Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. This is Inter Worldwide, and it's a new wave of excitement. I'm not even going to say the word and the name of my own club for this whole video. That's a personal challenge for me. New little trim in the background, thanks to my friend Ricardo, who rocked up on camera with his Italian flag, and I just felt a little silly with what I was working with in the background. But I'm happy to announce I've got three awesome guests today. Three fans that are coming together to talk about the Azzurri and their chances in this Euro 2020 tournament / 2021, whatever you want to call it. All four of us are representing the Italian Football Unfiltered Forum Facebook group. Shout out to our founder and friend Anthony Seminara for that. We've got four very vocal gentlemen on air. Three of them are my guests. The first one is Ricardo. It's his third time on the channel. Ricardo, welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Hi guys, hi to everyone from Italy, and really excited to be in the panel, especially with Armando and Ciccio Pasticcio. And yeah, it will be a nice show. Nice show.
Beautiful. My second guest is Francesco, better known in our forum as Ciccio Pasticcio. Thank you for joining me. It's been a long time coming. I appreciate your time, brother.
G'day, boys. How's it going? Thank you.
Good to hear from you, bro. And my last guest is Armando, who got a resounding reception from his debut on here last week. I'll tell you what, man, I don't think I've brought a guest on who got so many comments straight away. Armando, benvenuti, back again to the channel.
Oh, I say everyone, you know what? I was thinking, if you had all three of us 5 years ago, this would be like a Royal Rumble. There would be, there would be an R18 kind of video, because the swearing will be all over the place. But I love to see the boys.
We get
that.
Thanks for getting me back.
Anytime, bro. The trim is green, white, red, and that is the theme for this show. We take on Turkey not only in our opening fixture, but it's the opening fixture of the tournament in Rome. It's like a cauldron just waiting to happen, and Turkey's going to be tough, boys. I'm not going to lie. This is not only as footballers, but as people. They're a very passionate bunch. They will die for their country. That would be an understatement, and they're going to give absolutely everything from the first minute. So I'm going to go over to Ricardo first. What are your initial thoughts, like your pre-game thoughts about the Italy-Turkey fixture and also the tournament as a whole, my friend?
Well, it's actually really funny one, I'm thinking, because in Italy, the words is the Italy, you know, I think they're 27 games unbeaten. And but a lot of people say in Italy they didn't really match with a strong team. So there's a mixed feeling here. You know, when it comes to tournament, like Armando knows, Italy just goes under one flag. You know what I mean? From the grandmothers to the kids, everyone knows about soccer. Everyone become allenatore. And I'm thinking it's a big game and with Turkey. But Turkey is not an easy team. So that will be our first... that will be our first chance to show that what we've done in the last 3 years under Mancini, it's coming together. I still got a doubts we don't have a good striker, but that's my personal thoughts. Yeah. We got a good defense, solid defense, even with the old players like Bonucci and Chiellini, but end of the day they got experience. Our midfield probably is one of the toppest after France, but my doubt is for the striker, Belotti, Immobile. I got big doubts, but we got Insigne and Belotti or Chiesa on the wing. That could be decisive for our national team. I think we will win. I think we will beat Turkey. I would think definitely beat Turkey, 100%.
I like to hear that. Francesco, going over to you, bro. What are your initial thoughts going into the Turkey fixture, which is going to be a tough one? And overall, how do you feel about this Italy team in the whole tournament, considering no matter how you look at it, bro, it's a very difficult tournament tree. You're going to come up against a big nation very quickly.
Mate, I'm very optimistic. I think, look, everybody you speak to about the national team is excited. Mancini's really turned us around since 2018, whatever it was, with Ventura, that's spastic. But look, I think the team is going well, but I think Ricardo's right. We haven't really been tested in a really crucial match, and what first game it'll be against Turkey. I think they're one of the teams to watch. They're an outsider. I think, you know, if you look at their recent record, they've been going really strong, and they really do play for the shirt. So it'll be a tough match, but I think one or two goals will be the difference in that game. So
yeah, what are your thoughts on our lineup before I go to Armando? What are your thoughts on the Italian side? Who do you think might stand out, Francesco?
Standout for me is definitely Barella. What a player he is, mate. He's had a top season. I've got worries about the strikers as well, like Ricardo said, but also in defence. Look at the two centre backs. Yeah, they know each other. They've been there a while, but they're just getting on a bit. And the full backs, Florenzi. Look, he doesn't really doesn't do much. He's solid, but he's not really spectacular. And Spinazzola, he's a starting left back, but he's been on and off all year. He's been injured in and out. Like, we haven't really got that star-studded defence that we usually have. So, yeah, that's what worries me about the team.
Yeah, I would have to agree, especially about those fullback, wingback positions. Armando, over to you. What are your thoughts going into the Turkey game? First of all, how do you think Italy's going to go in the whole tournament as well?
First of all, we're going to qualify. There's 4 teams, and the first 2 going to go through, and the third one might qualify as well, depending from goal difference, all the stuff that, we always go crazy about. So, if you don't pass this group, then forget about it. I agree with the boys about the striker, but I have a funny feeling that with Insigne on the left and Chiesa on the right, even an average striker should be able to get feed and get space and do something good. Plus, a lot of those strikers, Bellotti, I think Immobile as well, a little bit, they want to change club, they want to move. So the best way for them is to shine a Euro. You never know. I'm concerned. The boys know it. Beside me, not like them before. Let's pretend I like them before. I'm really concerned about having to go to a tournament with 2 centre back that they did not perform at Juventus. If they perform at Juventus, hats off. But you ask the boys. I think I've been reading all here that Chiellini's finished from the Juventini, that he's not performing, and everybody keeps telling you that Bonucci without Chiellini is no one, which I agree. Chiellini's been carrying up. Chiellini and Barzagli, they've been carrying Bonucci. So that's my concern. But the boys pointed on the forum a few times that other defenders are not that good as well. So I think we all come down with a team that will have the 1-2 player they're going to shine. Because at the end of the day, every time Italy won, there was an unexpected player that shine. Rossi, Cannavaro, you don't expect those kind of players to be the shining one in the tournament. Like everybody now talking about Insigne, you never know. It could be that kid that Mancini just brought up, or could be or could be the year of Immobile, because eventually Immobile is going to start breaking the ice with the national team, because outside the national team is a gun. As soon as he puts the shits on, I don't know what's happening to him.
Yeah,
but I think semi-finals should be the minimum.
Yeah, absolutely. Lineups are up on screen. Let me take this comment away for a sec so we can still see Armando's handsome face. Beautiful. All right, lineups are on the screen. I couldn't actually find a diagram of the formation. I think it might be because we're recording this video a tiny bit too early. But for our Azzurri, we've got Donnarumma at the back, Florenzi at right back, Bonucci, Chiellini, and Spinazzola make up the defense. We've got a rotating 3-man midfield of Barella, Jorginho, and Locatelli. As I said, we are recording this live on Thursday evening in Australia, which means it's still Thursday during the day in Europe, which means these lineups and these predicted things that have come out are still subject to much, much more change. Usually we find out within about 18 hours of kickoff. So Barella, Jorginho, and Locatelli, I personally think it might be Verratti who gets the nod over one of them. Whether or not it's one of the 3, I'll go to the boys for that in a second. And Berardi gets the nod over Chiesa on the right-hand side, with Insigne on the left and Immobile. Before I go over to Turkey, to the rival side's lineup, I'll go over to Ricardo first. What do you think of our starting 11 in that particular one? And would you take anybody out to put anybody in, sir?
Okay, what I didn't say on the beginning was I think Italy is going to... I've been watching I don't know if you watched the Sogno Azzurro. It's a 3 episode they're showing in the Italian right television. They talk about the road to the European. The show, the training. I don't know if you.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it. I know it's there. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so I'll watch that, and that's really pumping. I think Italy's got a group. It's got a group of people, and now Armando knows probably guys you didn't born, but 82. And of course, 2006, Italy won because there was a group of people, you know what I mean? A team that we say neither remavano in the same direction, you know what I mean? They row in the same direction. I got the feeling Italy this year it's got the same. Everyone respected each other, and Mancini's got the team following him. Now, going to the lineup, I agree with Armando regarding Bonucci and Chiellini, but I don't think there's nothing better to them because Bastoni plays on a 3 formation with Inter, so playing on a 4 formation, it's gonna can be hard. Acerbi is a good player, but I don't know at their level. After seeing getting knocked out with the Bayern Munich, I don't know how many goals they scored Bayern Munich. So probably it's a 50-50 between the Spinazzola and Palmieri, Emerson Palmieri on the lineup, and Verratti is not fit. That's why it's not playing. I think there will be 50-50 between Immobile and Belotti. Definitely Insigne plays. Definitely Berardi plays. And
definitely Berardi plays?
Yes, I think Berardi is in front of Chiesa at the moment. He scored, I think, 17 goals in Serie A. And,
17 goals and 7 assists as well.
Correct. So it's up there. And I think the key of this tournament is, how Ciccio said before, it's Barella and Jorginho. They got to carry a team.
Yeah. Francesco, you might just echo a few of those things, but anything in that starting lineup that you'd change, man? How do you think we're looking, bro?
I don't think we should change. I think Mancini's got his lineup. He's happy with what we saw against Czech Republic. That's sort of what he wants to play with. But yeah, he could tinker it a little bit. Maybe, Chiesa comes in for Berardi, or Bastoni might come in for Chiellini or Bonucci. But look, I think the midfield is set unless Verratti's fit. Locatelli, Jorginho, and Verratti and Barella should be our starting mids. And up front, look, I think you have to give it to Immobile. He's just, like Armando said, the guy knows how to score. He just needs to find the confidence with the national team. He scores 1 goal, 2 goals. He could be the catalyst for the whole tournament. But like Ricardo said, the most important thing is the group. And I think, when you look in 2006, nobody expected us to win that tournament. And that was just a total, group. Lippi had him playing for the shirt, which is what you want to see. You want to see him fighting and sweating to win the games. So that could be the difference.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, half of those players that went to that 2006 tournament had no idea what club they were going to play for when they got on the plane back home. It was superhero level stuff, in my opinion. Armando, Locatelli, he's pretty good, man. I think he's had a great season. I think he'll end up at Juventus, rightfully so. He deserves a bigger club. Apart from maybe switching him for Verratti, which Ricardo said he's not 100% fit, so you kind of do have to go with that option. I probably wouldn't change anything either. And I'm inclined to put my Inter hat on for a second and say, I know he hasn't played in a back 4 consistently. I know he doesn't have the experience at national level that Bonucci does. And I know, as everybody agrees, Chiellini can carry Bonucci like a mother carries a baby. I don't see why Bastoni hasn't deserved a spot to start on this side. Maybe not in the opening game. I get it. The experience, the pre-game jitters. But I, for one, would like to see Bastoni get a good run in the national shirt in this tournament because I think he deserves it. Does anybody here disagree?
I agree. He will get time. He will get played for sure.
I was reading while you guys were talking. Verratti is out. He's training on the side, try to recover. They hope to have him back against Switzerland, so there's no way he's going to recover for the Turkish game.
Okay. Fair enough. So I'll go over to the Turkish side just for a second, boys, so that we don't keep the video going for too long. I, for one, am familiar with only about half of this starting lineup. I don't follow Turkish league. I only started following the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season because Besiktas, Galatasaray, and Fenerbahce were separated by, I think, 1 point. I think it went down to goal difference on the last day.
Game.
It was
last game.
Yeah, it was a fantastic season. What happened in the end? I'm pretty sure Besiktas won it on the final day.
Yeah, I think Besiktas won. Yeah, definitely Besiktas won it. Last game.
Yeah.
Was down to last game.
Yeah, those fans would have been absolutely nuts. So obviously there's a few familiar names in there. Kelic at the back, Demiral obviously is one of the bigger names in it as well. You've got Azam Tufan, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, which everyone is familiar with at Milan. You have Cengiz Ünder, which we all know, and the big informed striker is Burak Yilmaz. It's a good-looking Turkish side, man. Like, this is a pretty good team. Italy is going to have their work cut out for them. I, for one, can just admit I don't know too much about their recent form and how they've been going. All I know is that they had a few good wins over the likes of Netherlands and Norway and a couple of other countries consistently recently. Francesco, is it you who said that Turkey have had some really good recent form lately? How are you looking at them as a potential rival considering their lineup? What do you like about them, bro? What makes them strong?
Look, I think when they versed Netherlands, at the time I'm thinking Netherlands is a team that's coming back. They've had some good results as well, but Turkey just totally dismantled them. They played them off the park. I think it was 4-2 the game, but Turkey, yeah, they played really, really well, and they can score some goals. So they're going to cause us issues, and it's going to be a close game. So out of the three, they definitely worry me the most.
Fair enough. In my Euro predictions, I think I put them third in the group to finish behind Switzerland. It's just Switzerland always strikes me as a team that knows how to get through, even if they're just scrapping draws as well. But we'll talk about that when that game comes around. Ricardo, your thoughts on Turkey, if you know much about them recently and their lineup, and hey, if you don't, what's a good memory of them being a strong team?
Well, I think the striker played for Lille, in France.
Yeah,
Yuri Bazam. Yeah,
I think so.
Listen, our Chicho say that they play for the shirt. They've done a really good tournament to get group stage. Yeah, they smash Holland, but I reckon when it comes to big tournament like this, and seeing the show of the Italy, I think we got to dominate the game. Italy's got to dominate the game. Our midfielders got to dominate it. Our wing is got to dominate it. Turkey will sit back and probably try to head us on the counter-attack. There's no chance they would dominate the game. Italy will have the possession of the ball. And also, put the fact that we're playing in Rome, even with 20% of capacity. But, guys, you gotta really think, in the last year and a half, every player play without supporters. This is like starting again. These are like amount of kids going back to the stadium and play for the first time in front of big crowd. I mean, not big crowd, but still people cheating and stuff. I think that's gonna make the difference. Even if I think Italy will win, not easily. I predict 3-1 for Italy.
Nice one. Armando, what do you like about Turkey? What do you think about them? And what's your score prediction as well?
A couple of things. Turkey is probably going to be the other team that's going to qualify with Italy, in my opinion. But they have a decent squad. They got a couple of players. They play in good clubs. Demiral, they got Unda, they got Çalhanoğlu. But going back to the Netherlands victory, the Netherlands victory was the first official game after 4 or 5 months of lockdown. Before the lockdown, they lost against Hungary 2-0. Then they beat Netherlands, then they beat Norway, and then they draw with Lithuania. They just won 2-1 against Azerbaijan, and they draw with the Guinea. So maybe let's not focus just on the Netherlands game. Maybe we put the hype too much. Because it was the first official game after the lockdown. So we know that those games mean nothing. It depends how the player went in. But having said so, there's always an underdog in a tournament. Out of all the underdog in the tournament, Turkey could be the one. But I can't see why they're gonna give too much trouble to Italy.
Yeah, fair enough, man. It's been a good table, a good panel with some good opinions. I'm gonna go around one more time and just think overall. If push comes to shove, gentlemen, we're looking like we come up against France or a Belgium. Just how far can this Italy team go? Ricardo, give us a little prediction. Do you think we can make the final? Do you expect this Italian team to win the tournament, or will you be happy with a semi-final finish?
I think our Armando say semi-final should be our minimum reach. I think if we come out first in the group, we'll get Ukraine. I think I've done a run of the table. Ukraine, and then we get Belgium. I think easily we beat this team, but then we could get French in the semi-final. I don't know, guys. French. I was in Berlin in 2006, man. I flew from Melbourne. I went to watch the game. 1-1. When it went to penalty, I swear to God, my daughter. I sit and I say, "What a fucking idiot I am." I fly over to lose the penalty, and then we won it. So I don't know. I think I saw French play. They're another level. Kanté at the moment, I think he deserved the Pallone d'Oro. It's a player that carries the midfield on his own. And putting Pogba next to him, or Rabiot or Tolisso, they're strong. But again, you guys know, Armando knows, when it comes to one game, it's the day. It's what happened to the day. It's how people wake up, how they perform, how the referee is. Listen, I'm Italian. I hope someone just wrote that. 2006 was the Calciopoli, 82 was something with Calciopoli too.
Calcio scommesse.
Calcio scommesse, bravo. Now is the COVID. Maybe it could be our year. We don't have a good run in Europe, but maybe this could be our year. I still think French is stronger, and don't estimate England.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you, brother. Francesco, what's your expected run in, man? You happy with the semi-finals, or are you confident this team can go the distance?
Mate, I don't want semi-finals. It won't make me happy. I want the final, nothing else. You want to show that you're Italian. You're the Azzurri. We've had some bad years.
Yeah,
last few years. We need some better performances, and Euro 2021. Let's do it. I think we can win it, but it's just. I think the Euros are harder to win than the World Cup because there's so many good nations. So, who knows? You just got to be informed. You got to be clicking as a group. You got to have, no injuries, suspensions. A lot of things matter. So, but who knows? I think we've got the team to do it, but let's hope we just show up, because sometimes we think we're going to show up and they crash out in the group stage. So,
of course. There's a couple of things, like I think Benzema did get injured recently, but it would look precautionary, so I'm sure he'll be performing a lot in that tournament as well. Armando, last but not least, what do you expect, man? What will make you happy? How do you think it's going to go?
The boys know I don't follow the Nazionale, so not a big deal. But I'm gonna promise you, if we made it to the final, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna support Italy live for you. All right, guys. But I think what the boys said, France on paper is the winner of the tournament. But unfortunately, we know that on paper, how many teams will have won something. What I think is this: every time there's a team that wins something important, a World Cup, Euro, one of those tournaments, unless it's one-off that happen and that you never heard that team anymore, there's always a team that has been progressing, grow. Like age and players. I think that an hardcore group of Italy national team players, they've been playing together for a while now. Jorginho, Insigne, Verratti, Immobile, mentioned few others, Barella. They've been playing together at clubs and a Nazionale for a while now. I won't be surprised if Italy lifts the cup, because those kids become men. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying.
From Pescara.
No, it does.
Three of them.
No, but not just those three. In general, even for the Nazionale, this group has been playing pretty much together for a while. They've been improving together. Now it's up to them if they want to make the next step.
Yeah. Fair enough. Definitely. Guys, we've been talking for a good 22 minutes and it's been fantastic. So this match preview went exactly the way I wanted it to go. If you're a part of the 13 people still in this chat and watching the video, make sure you leave a like before you exit this video. And I just want to go around and thank each of my guests one by one. Riccardo, grazie. Thank you so much for coming on Inter Worldwide, man. And I'm sure we'll see you again very soon.
It was a pleasure, boys. A pleasure to be on the show. I'm always up to it. Pleasure to meet Armando and Ciccio Pasticcio. And definitely we see back on the group to give us some hard time. But definitely for the love of the national team. Let's put the club on the side. Let's pause it. Let's concentrate on Euro.
Let's do it, bro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Pleasure,
Francesco, Ciccio Pasticcio, grazie. Thank you so much, man. I hope it's first of many appearances, bro. It's great to link up. And you know what? We might as well just bite the bullet and get a beer together soon, man. We don't live that far.
Yeah, man, no doubt. If you want to watch a game together, give me a buzz and catching up. But thanks for the opportunity to come onto the channel. Nice to meet the boys. And Forza Azzurri.
Likewise.
Let's do it.
Forza, let's do it. Armando, if anybody's sticking around here and there's still 12 people in here, you get a little bit of a spoiler and news. Armando and I will be sticking around to talk a little bit of financial fair play in about maybe, 45 minutes, an hour or so. So stick around because we really value his opinions, and I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit more animated than he was in this chat. So I'm looking forward to that. But Armando, thanks for joining us for this match preview, bro.
Thank you. And I'm gonna, if Italy wins the Euro, we all should go to Siracusa. Is that Siracusa?
Siracusa.
And we're all gonna have a beautiful pasta marinara, or I don't know, scampi,
scoglio.
Riccardo Ciuso.
I reach. See here.
If we do that, I even wear the Italian top. I don't
Wow.
care.
Good
Big
boys.
thing.
See you guys. Nice to see
All
you.
right, guys.
Nice to meet
Thank you
you
very
again.
much. Ciao. Forza Italia.
Ciao, Forza Italia. Ciao, boys.